Hi, I'm Harley Pasternak, co-host of ABC's The Revolution, and I'm here to introduce to you the exclusive program I designed just for Fitness Magazine, and I hope you like it. Okay, the first exercise is a lunge with a shoulder press, and it's a great movement. It hits the quads, the glutes, a little bit of the hamstrings, and it also targets the shoulder area. So, starting off, feet shoulder width apart, dumbbells at your side. We're gonna bring the dumbbells up to the shoulder height, okay? Now we're gonna lunge forward from this position, stepping forward, always looking up, never looking down when you lunge, and back to the beginning, shoulder press up, back down, and alternating legs. Down to a lunge, back up, with a little bit of an explosive burst on the way up. So we're gonna lunge down nice and controlled. Make sure your leading knee doesn't go past your leading ankle. That's really important when you do a lunge. And also you wanna bring the dumbbells all the way down so you're collapsing your elbows towards your rib cage. You don't wanna just bring them halfway, and you don't wanna let the weights fall out away from your body. Keeping your fists right above your elbows, keeping your knees right above your laces, and you've got a great exercise. The next exercise is called a reverse grip deadlift back row. A reverse grip deadlift back row. And that's because we're going to use a reverse grip. Traditionally, you do most rowing motions and deadlifts where your palms are facing into you. They're pronated. Now we're going to actually supinate or twist the forearms away from the body, which is really going to help us when we do that back row. You'll feel you'll be able to pull the shoulder blades back. This exercise works the hamstrings that go all the way up to the glutes. It also strengthens the upper back or the rhomboids to help pull the shoulders back, give you a natural boob lift, and lengthen the midsection. Okay, starting feet shoulder width apart, palms in front of the thighs. Okay, facing away from the body, so palms facing forward. Looking up, pushing your hips back as far as you can, right into a deadlift. From this position, palms forward the whole time. We're gonna row all the way up and down. Perfect, keep going. Push the hips back, feel a stretch. We're gonna squeeze your shoulder blades back and down. And where you look is really important when you do all these exercises. You never wanna look down. There's not one exercise other than a Superman that you'll ever do where you'll be looking down at the ground. Pick a point straight ahead, especially when you're lowering your body. It's important you keep your back in the straight or swayed back or lordotic position. You don't want to round your back. You're never going to hurt your back when it's nice and straight or when it's arched. You'll only hurt it when it's rounded. Push your hips back as far as you can. Feel a stretch all the way down the hamstring. Squeeze the shoulder blades back, reach, and back up again. And make sure that you reach all the way down before you come back up. So row up, reach all the way down, now back up. Perfect. One more of those. Down, squeeze, and perfect. All right, this next exercise is a side bend with a hammer curl. So it tones and tightens the love handle area, the obliques, and it also works the bicep and a muscle called the brachioradialis right along the forearm. And this is important if you want to open up a jar of pickles or something. All right, so left fingertips against your temple like you're saluting forward, dumbbell on the right side. And the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna stretch out the left obliques by tilting over and then squeeze the obliques as we curl the bicep up at the same time. So big stretch on the way down, curl it on the way up. Stretch on the way down and curl on the way up. Make sure you get a full range of motion with those obliques, so when you're at the bottom of the range of motion, your left elbow's pointing up to the ceiling and then the left elbow down to the ground. Left elbow up to the ceiling at 12 o'clock, down to 6 o'clock. Do about 20 of these. You're gonna feel a real burn in your side. Switch sides and do the same amount on the other side. This next exercise is a reverse crunch with a tricep extension. So it gets to tone and tighten the back of the arms or the tricep area, and it works the ab muscles, the rectus abdominis, from the pelvis all the way up to the rib cage as you do a reverse crunch. Sometimes this can be difficult from a coordination perspective. It's like rubbing your belly and scratching your head at the same time. Break it down. First practice your tricep extension, then practice your reverse crunch, then try them together. We're gonna start off trying them together right away. So in position, and as you extend the weights up towards the ceiling, you're gonna roll your knees in towards your chest. Reverse crunch and tricep extension, both at the same time. Make sure you whistle while you work. Breathe out when you do the work. Breathe out when your arms come out to the ceiling, and when your knees come into your chest. Breathe in as you bring the weights and the knees away from each other. Breathe out and breathe in. We'll do 2 more of these. One more. and down all the way. Make sure you pick a soft surface to do this on, like a carpet or a mat. Otherwise, it might bother your tailbone if you do it on a hard floor. This exercise is called a pullover curl up, and this works the lat muscles and it works the abs. And the area that it works in the upper body, that lat area, if you want to reach straight back for a second, you'll feel a stretch right through this area here. If you're wearing a strapless dress, the bit of flesh that comes up that bothers you sometimes, well, this is going to address that, and it's also going to get the tummy at the same time. So starting with the dumbbell, one dumbbell, grabbing the caps or the ends of the dumbbell, reaching straight back, pull it over. Now, once it's directly above the rib cage, then you want to curl up, back down, feel a nice stretch through the lats, bring it back up, hold it above, curl up. And so you're really breaking it up into two phases on the way up. The rib cage pullover and then the curl up. On the way down, it's really more of one phase. Curl up, boom, pause, big stretch. And I like this movement. Can be done anywhere with only one dumbbell or with a weighted ball, even a heavy fruit. A squash, a melon, a giant pineapple, something with some weight to it, a big bottle of water can be used on this exercise if you don't happen to have any dumbbells at home. We'll do two more of those. Curl up, back down, big stretch, rib cage, curl up, and down all the way. There you go.